your seat. As Secretary and Registrar of the University, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the ceremony of the School of Education. May I introduce the platform party and welcome on my immediate left Dame Helen Hyde, who will be receiving an Honorary Doctorate of Education. On my far left is Dr. Lynn Trodd, Dean of the School of Education. On my right is Dr. Sal Jarvis, Pro-Vice-Chancellor to Education and Student Experience. At the table on my right is Mrs. Helen Davidson, the University's Deputy Secretary and Registrar, who carries the University's mace. May I also welcome our graduates, their families, friends to this ceremony. Before we start the ceremony, I'd just like to say a few words to our graduates. Let me be the first to congratulate you on your achievements. You should be very proud. We recognise what a significant and important moment this is for you, your friends and families. As you sit there waiting to come up on stage, I imagine feeling slightly anxious. I encourage you to reflect on your time at the university. I also encourage you to try, if at all possible, to relax and enjoy every moment of the morning. We will now proceed with the presentation of awards, and I have the pleasure in calling upon Dr. Jarvis to read a citation for the conferment of an honorary degree on Dame Helen Hyde.
Secretary and Registrar, ladies and gentlemen, it is my very great pleasure to read the citation for the presentation of the Honorary Award of Doctor of Education on Dame Helen Hyde, DBE. None of us can help but be touched by the news we see and hear almost daily in our newspapers, on our radios and on our screens about the terrible plight of refugees. Dame Helen Hyde made news in 2016 when she announced that she was giving up her job to do something to help the situation. The job that she was leaving was as head teacher of Watford Grammar School for Girls and, along with the Reverend Tony Rindle, vicar of St Mary's Church in Watford, Dame Helen set up Refugees to Recovery, a charity that supports refugees in the Watford area and in refugee camps across Europe. Having spent her career teaching people to help others, Dame Helen said at the time that she could no longer be a bystander and needed to do whatever she could do to make a difference. I need to try and help, even if only in a small way, she said. Now is the time to take action. I need to do what I have always taught and take a step into the unknown, hopefully making life better for the refugees in Watford. This was no small step, as Dame Helen had held the position at Watford Grammar School for Girls for nearly 30 years, having been one of the youngest women to be employed in such a role at the time of her appointment in 1987. During her time at the helm, the school received 4 charter marks and was the first school to receive the new Customer Service Excellence Award in 2008, among a number of other recognitions and awards. One of the driving forces behind Dame Helen's decision to leave her job was her work as a Holocaust educator. She is a trained Holocaust educator and a Fellow of the Imperial War Museum Holocaust Studies. Having lost some close family members in the Nazi death camps simply because they were Jewish, Dame Helen shares her family story and organises conferences and educational visits to memorials, museums and concentration camps in Germany and in Poland. She is a trustee of the Holocaust Education Trust, the Anne Frank Trust and the National Holocaust Centre and Museum, as well as being an advisor to the Holocaust Memorial Day Trust. In 2013, Dame Helen became the first chair of the government's newly established Holocaust Commission Education Committee, put in place to ensure a permanent British memorial to the Holocaust and ongoing educational resources. In addition to her work relating to the Holocaust and with refugees, Dame Helen is a patron and co-director of the Rwandan Sisterhood, a group that brings together Rwandan women uprooted by the 1994 genocide. One of the organisation's main projects is to raise funds to provide mama packs to expectant women in Rwanda and other African countries, designed to help protect both mothers and babies. Dame Helen's commitment to helping others saw her awarded a Dame Commander of the British Empire in 2012 for her services to national education and to Holocaust education. I am delighted that we too are able to recognise her very significant contribution to education, her work with refugees, her work in Holocaust education, and her commitment to raising the awareness of genocide. Dame Helen's impact on those she meets can be summed up in the words of a former Watford Grammar School pupil and former Watford councillor, Benita Mehta, who said, "Helen had high standards, which drove me to want to meet them and succeed. It is obvious that she loved history, especially educating people about the Holocaust, and her passion for empowering women has definitely had a big impact on me. Helen inspired me to be the best I could be." Secretary and Registrar, in recognition of outstanding achievement, I ask that you confer the Honorary Award of Doctor of Education upon Dame Helen Hyde.
I now call upon Dr. Hyde to address the Assembly.
Secretary and Registrar, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate all those graduating today. It's a pity that I can't actually see you, and would you excuse me for a moment while I just go and look at the graduates. If they ever put me on the organising committee here, I'm afraid I will put the graduates in front of me, teachers. You're joining the most wonderful profession that there is, and I'm not sure what the protocol is here, but I would like to take my hat off to you and welcome you to a profession that you will love and you will hate, but it will be a challenge and you will make a difference. Thank you so much for giving me this honour and an opportunity to speak briefly. Please feel free, teachers, to take any part of what I say and repeat it if it helps you. I can do it and I will do it. These are the words that have led me from my school days, and I was a very quiet, timid girl. I never put my hand up ever until the equivalent of my sixth form, when I got so angry about a debate that I did talk. I never spoke again until I became a teacher, and then here I am. So I can do it and I will do it, and you can do it and you must do it. I heard a familiar story many, many years ago when I was a probationary teacher, and I had to do 2 years probation because I was a foreigner. And I read it regularly. And please read it to your students. So a young girl was walking along a beach, and there were thousands of stranded starfish. And she looked at these starfish, and she picked up one and hurled it into the sea. Picked up another, hurled it into the sea. And people around her were watching her, filled with amusement and laughing. She'd been doing this for some time when a man came along and said, "Little girl, what on earth are you doing? You can't possibly save those starfish. You can't make a difference." The little girl thought for a moment, and she bent down, and she picked up another starfish and hurled it in as far as she could. She looked at the man and she said, "Made a difference to that one, didn't I?" The man looked at the girl and thought about what she had done, and he was inspired. He joined the little girl in throwing the starfish back into the sea, and soon there were others throwing starfish back into the sea. Each of us can and must do something to help create a better tomorrow. We must be brave enough to support others, no matter what their race, colour, or religion. My life has had many influences. The starfish has always been at the back of my mind, but there are others. I'd like to mention just a few. Growing up in South Africa in the apartheid era, I didn't know anything about apartheid. How shocking was that? I had the most wonderful life. I only woke up, really, about apartheid when I'd left South Africa. It's another story. My father was very clear. "Keep your head down," he said. "Don't speak out. We're very lucky to live in South Africa." It was a struggle for me because I don't like to think about what I'm saying. I talk from the heart. Another influence, as mentioned, was my family's fate in Germany and Poland. Many were murdered just because they were Jewish. And a huge influence was my teaching and working with the most wonderful teachers and wonderful students in London and in Watford, and doing my very best to influence and guide them positively right through their careers and their education. Each student and each teacher is a unique diamond, and we need to treasure these diamonds and polish them. I ask myself the following questions. What sort of world do I want for my daughters and for my grandchildren? What can I learn from the Holocaust, and what difference can I make to the growing prejudice, stereotyping, anti-Semitism, racism, and hatred? Do I have a responsibility? Can I make a difference? After the Holocaust, we all said never again, and yet in the 20th century, over 11 million people were murdered. Can I make a difference? I think of the starfish. She was not a bystander, and I will never be a bystander. I will be active and take a step, no matter how small and minute. And each of you teachers, one small step, one student that is a success means you're a success. You will have made a difference. Values such as equality, care, love. We're all shy to use the word love. Let's use it. Love of others. I did love my position at Watford Grammar School for Girls, but I read a quote by some man, Tim Cook, who said, for most of the decisions in your life, trust your intuition and then work with everything you have to prove it is right. So in spite of being fearful of the unknown, I did resign, and now I work as hard as I possibly can with two wonderful charities. The Rwandan Sisterhood supports African women in many, well, hopefully soon to be many countries, not only Rwanda, in health, education, and developing self-sufficiency skills. And then, as mentioned, the Refugee Committee, Refugees to Recovery. So every change in my life has offered new opportunities. I teach about the Holocaust. I teach about genocide in other countries. I teach about the refugee crisis. I'm a trustee of marvelous organizations. I lead educational trips. And also I ask people to give me baby grows, anything I can take to Africa with me to help African women. I view my life as a candle. And when I am very old, I want to see that all the wax of that candle has melted and disappeared. I don't want to waste a single moment or a single day. For me, every day is an opportunity to learn something new and to help somebody. And I want to stand for one moment and just feel this wonderful honor that you have confirmed on me in this marvelous situation. So when you come up, graduates, for your award, stop for a moment and pinch yourself, because the moment will pass so quickly. Thank you for this enormous honor. I do feel very humbled by it. Thank you.
We shall now receive the graduates of the School of Education. Graduates are presented by a member of academic staff from their school. I first call upon Dr. Bushra Connors.
Doctor of Education, Jean Mary Brennan has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Education in recognition of a programme of work entitled Student Stories about Mathematics, a tool to improve the teaching and learning of mathematics. Secretary and Registrar, Dr. Jean Mary Brennan.
Doctor of Education, Naomi Ann Brown has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Education in recognition of a programme of work entitled An Exploration of Mentoring within Ultrasound Clinical Practice. Secretary and Registrar, Dr. Naomi Ann Brown.
Doctor of Education, Troy Perry Joseph Thomas Page has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Education in recognition of a programme of work entitled What is the Role of the Art Teacher in State-Funded Secondary Schools in England? Secretary and Registrar, Dr. Troy Perry Joseph Thomas Page.
Doctor of Education, Thomas Graham Pine has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Education in recognition of a programme of work entitled Preparation for the Novel Crisis, a Curriculum and Pedagogy for Emergent Crisis Leadership. Secretary and Registrar, Dr. Thomas Graham Pine.
Master of Arts degree in Education, Yoshimi Beracloth. Sabrina Alice Elizabeth Calloway. Fumi Giles. Mary Louise Murray. Fiona Nash. Susanna Maria Oni Onuja. With distinction, Louise Jane Sinclair. Richard Peter Woodard. Sophia Sarwood Zafar. Master of Arts degree in Educational Leadership, Abby Rose Carroll. Master of Science degree in Practice-Based Research. With distinction, Thelma Florence Cecilia Wilderman. Postgraduate Certificate in Education Primary, Beverly Jane Allcoat. Sophie Jane Lillian Armstrong. Charlie Bacchus. Rumi Begum. Sarah Helen Boone. With distinction, Alexandra Jane Bourne. Sarah Breton. Emily Margaret Bruce. With distinction, Sundeep Chandra. Portia Francis Chaplin. Bethany Tyler Chatty. Charlotte Children. Sophie Victoria Clark. With distinction, Sarah Caldwell. With distinction, Nicole Cushion. Natasha Celine Joan Davis. Hayley Louise Dawson. Deepika Deepak. Eleanor Marilyn Dimmock. With distinction, Nicola Jane Dowsell. Louise Charlotte Dunn. Joshua Owen Evans. Cassandra Judy Grigoropoulos. Ellen Hanbury. Claire Ellen Hardman. Lee Harris. Ben Herbert. Olivia Horn. With distinction, Dylan Scott Hughes. Aaron Hines. Dayan Ilici. Natasha Linge. Rebecca Lockwood. With distinction, Dawn Catherine Longhurst. George Donovan Ralph Lavelle. Lauren Amy MacDonald. With distinction, Lauren Alice Ellen Maggs. Catherine Naomi Manzi. With distinction, Joanna Marfleet. Alexandra Marinkovic. Emma Mast. Ellie Minns. Bethany Ann Moody. Emily Laura Moretti. Helen Sarah Moss. Chloe Annalise Neulander. Paige Laura Oakley. Maria Paraskiva. Jenna Claire Powell. With distinction, Catherine Sarah Riches. Barrett Anthony Riley. Kieran Joseph Ring. Olivia Jasmine Sharp. With distinction, Kate Barbara Sheehan. Audrey Ann Schulman. Lily Victoria Southwell. With distinction, Catherine Steadman. Martha Kate Attractor Surrey. Nicola Louise Swan. With distinction, Hannah Claire Taylor. Alice Rose Walker. Clarissa Sylvia Margaret Walsh. Catherine Walters. Rachel One. Hayley Gabrielle Whitaker. With distinction, Jordan Elizabeth Lillian Wood. Elizabeth York. Professional Graduate Certificate in Education Primary, Sophie Maria Craddock. Russell Hamblin. Dominique Emma Preston. James Edward South. Postgraduate Certificate in Education Secondary. With distinction, Catriona Lindsay Amadi. Saida Rumana Akhtar. Jacob Eric Spate Allen. Jessica Beth Bergman. With distinction, Angarad Lucy Chambers. With distinction, Eleanor Jane Cole. Rachel Dawn Cook. Natalie Edwards. Hannah Fryer. Georgia Grace Hawley. Harry Patrick Hawley. With distinction, Patsy Howard. Catherine Mary Humes. Daniel Robert Jennings. Ellis Louise Johnson. Pauline Jordan Cause. With distinction, Lydia Jowsey Alexander. Lisa Marie Leggett. With distinction, Katie Louise Munro. Ben Alexander Parker. Bernice Pauline Booth. With distinction, Margaret Phillips. With distinction, Mantana Porter Marsby. With distinction, Joel John Jeff Quilter. Damien Frank Roberts.
Not these? Just these three, yes. With distinction, George Robert Rule. With distinction, Imogen Joy Smith. With distinction, Emily May Thomas. Mimi Kachuska Wilson. Bachelor of Education. Winner of a Go Hearts Award, Annabelle Appleby. Mason Ames. Sarah Lisa Arnold. Gabriella Emily Atkinson. Amy Louise Ayres. Winner of a Go Hearts Award, Jamie Paul Backhouse. Jessica Chelsea Bailey. Emily Lauren Barton. Jessica Francine Bayliss. Amy Louise Blackalla. Louisa Marie Bowles. With first-class honours, winner of a University Prize and winner of a Go Hearts Award, Nicole Louise Bradford. Antonia Marie Bryan. Georgia Calendar Oakley. Grace Carter. Annabelle Lydia Casey. Lindsay Ann Charlotte Clark. With first-class honours, Danielle Louise Cox. Faye Lauren Dolby. Natalie Ellen Dawson. Jade Dockerell. Lily Rosanna May Duffett. Theodora Eleftheriou. Sam Elliott. Emmeline Kathleen Hewitt. With first-class honours, Alice Catherine Sally Faulkner. Victoria Page Fallon. With first-class honours, Beth Lauren Farrow. Courtney Leanne Fagan. With first-class honours, Nicola Jane Fielding. Kaylee Philippa Martina Fitzgerald. Hayley Victoria Flower. Sophie Caitlin George. Ruby Elizabeth Javot. Gertrude Guy. Claudia Rosanna Giannini. Francesca Louise Gray. With first-class honours, Catherine Jane Gregor. Winner of a Go Hearts Award, Sean Grist. Elizabeth Lelia Harvey. Bethan Margaret Louise Hurd. Paige Hewitt. Danielle Louise Heinlow. Rose Flora Houston. With first-class honours and winning of a university prize, Louise Georgina Hudson. Rida Zainab Hussain. Andrew Nicholas Joanides. Chloe Elizabeth Jose. Georgina Esther Fraser Kennison. With first-class honours, Adam Daniel Kent. Winner of a Go Hearts Award and recipient of the Pendleton Scholarship, Hajira Khan. Awanja Konga. Oliver James Last. With first-class honours, Stephanie May Lee. Danielle Louise Leeper. Lucy Collett Lewis. Charlotte Amber Maddox. Katrina Jane McHugh. Paul McLaughlin. With first-class honours and winner of a Go Hearts Award, Ellie Louise Middleton. Rebecca Jade Middleton. Alison Jean Louise Miller. Emily Louise Millington. With first-class honours and winner of the Jenny Plastow Memorial Prize, Benjamin Robert Moss. Sophie Jane Olding. Rebecca Marie Oliver. Savannah Alexis Osishorski. Tessa Lauren Pascoe. Sonal Vinod Patel. Jessica Kate Patillo. Gregory Stewart Peaceful. Rain Alexandra Phillips. Evelina Ionana Pietresca. Jasmine Susan Provenzano. Amy Louise Putrell. With first-class honours, Hayley Ann Ramsey. Chloe Claire Sack. Kate Elizabeth Saunders. Lydia Rose Sapsford. Charlotte Elizabeth Skilton. Abigail Slough. Lewis Brian Smith. Amy Storr. Abby Rhiannon Tooley. With first-class honours, Daly Charlotte Tordoff. Holly Patricia Waugh. Natasha Monique West. Lucy Alice White. Bachelor of Arts, degree in Education Studies, Tyra Salim.
It is now my pleasure to call upon Miss Eleanor Cole to address the Assembly on behalf of the graduates.
Secretary and Registrar, ladies and gentlemen. On our first lecture of the course, we were asked, is teaching a job or a vocation? We pondered and debated this in the lecture theatre, most of us feeling like Year 7s on our first day of school, minus the shiny new uniforms. Although I think a fair few of us were pretty pleased with our new UH hoodies. My answer to this question now is as it was then, but I would like to explore this notion further in the context of what we have experienced this year. We have not learnt to become excellent teachers. We have learnt that to become an excellent teacher, one must be consistently looking to improve one's practice. One must recognise that truly good teachers both educate their students and themselves. Our recognition of this is a sign of how much we have achieved this year and, of course, how well we ourselves have been taught by the dedicated team in the School of Education. As we complete our time at the University of Hertfordshire, we have only just begun our lifelong journey of learning in the field of education. This is why teaching is more than just a job, it is a vocation. We have also learnt that being a teacher is not just something you become in the classroom. It is something we can carry with us in both a metaphorical and a more literal sense. As an art teacher, I can no longer make it through a day without salvaging something or other for a resource to use in the classroom. I have to wonder if this means my colleagues in the maths department start seeing algorithms wherever they go. The other aspect in which we carry teaching around with us is in who we choose to be as people. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Dr. Helen Hyde, who is receiving an honorary doctorate here with us today. Having been highly successful in the field of teaching herself, she is now dedicating her time to helping refugees. This is an incredibly inspirational example of how by becoming teachers, we become role models for all that we value, making a difference to the lives of individuals whenever we can, and making the world just a little bit better for those who we can help. Teaching is no ordinary job in this respect, and this is just another reason why teaching can be considered a vocation. So on behalf of all the graduates today, I would like to offer our sincere and heartfelt thanks to all the incredible staff within the School of Education. I offer our thanks for teaching us, for guiding us, for making us laugh, and for being there through good times and bad. Whether it be securing our first job post, a momentous occasion for us all, or some of the less successful moments. For myself, this would be the moment when, after having worked on a large-scale resource for the entire day, I left the building and a strong gust of wind blew it straight out of my hand. Somewhere out there still roams a very large handmade poster on colour theory. So to all the staff, lecturers, support staff and administration, thank you. You all make this department what it is. And I'm sure many of my classmates and colleagues here will agree that when we were asked why we were entering the profession of teaching, we said that we wanted to make a difference. So thank you for making a difference to our lives by equipping us so well to enter this lifelong profession. And of course, none of us could have got through this year without the continued support of our family, friends, partners. So thank you for everyone who has been with us along for this journey through the ups and the downs. Thank you, Secretary and Registrar, for receiving us today, the graduates of the School of Education. Speaking on behalf of us all, we've been very lucky to have been part of such a year and look forward to building on this experience for the rest of our lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Eleanor. Fantastic words. You're a credit to your fellow graduates. Thank you. We're almost at the end of today's ceremony, and I'm sure you're looking forward to carrying on your celebrations with your family, your friends, your partners. However, before we finish, I'd like to say a few brief words. On behalf of the university, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate all our graduates. You should be exceedingly proud of your achievement. It's an absolute honour for me personally to meet each one of you, however briefly, on the stage and share this special occasion with you. At the university, we take pride in developing students with knowledge, skills and attributes to succeed. Those graduate attributes will accompany you throughout your life. In addition to intellectual depth and breadth, they include professionalism, enterprise, the ability to solve problems, to get on with other people, the adaptability to tackle whatever challenges you encounter, and the resilience to handle pressure, remain calm, and bounce back. We also believe at this university produces people who will serve society through those attributes. I certainly see them embodied in the graduates in front of me today. This year, for the first time, we are recognising students whose extracurricular activities have enabled them to achieve our graduate attributes at the highest level. My warmest congratulations to all those students who are the first ever recipients of a Go Hearts Award. Today, you're leaving an institution you can be proud of, just as we are proud of you. I'm delighted that this year the university was awarded a gold ranking, the highest award for the excellence of its teaching. This was followed by figures showing record levels of employment or further study among our graduates 6 months after they leave us. At over 96%, this is the best employment rate of graduates in the East of England region and outscores several Russell Group universities, including Oxford and Cambridge. You are now part of an alumni community of some 230,000 graduates, spread over more than 190 countries. A truly global network that reflects the strength and breadth of our diverse and talented graduates. Please do make the most of your alumni network and the support you continue to receive as an alumni. Your successes showcase the benefit of a University of Hertfordshire education worldwide, and we hope you will update us in your career journeys and personal or professional achievements. Please do keep in touch. Before I finish, I'd like to turn to the people directly in front of me. I know the support of others, parents, partners, friends and family over the time you've been at UH will have been significant. Can I ask you, graduates, to stand? And I'd like you to turn to those in front of me and show your appreciation for all the support that they have given you during this year. Thank you. There is one other group I wish to highlight, and that is the people sitting behind me. I know they've had your education and development at the heart of what they do. I know there will be a staff who have helped you in achieving your goal, and I wish to acknowledge their significant contribution in your achievement. Thank you, staff. Once again, on behalf of the university, many congratulations on your achievement, and I wish you every success in your future lives and careers. That concludes the formal part of proceedings. I'd like to invite you to return to the Alban Arena, where graduates will be able to view their photograph taken as they walked across the stage. Light refreshments will also be served. I would ask that you please stand while the academic procession leaves the Abbey.